Hello, welcome everyone to a new episode, the number 11 of the series of interviews that are going to be doing with the top 25 European players who qualified for Worlds in Anaheim 2025 for Pokemon Go. Today's guest with me, I do have Snor3k. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
So, tell us something about yourself, what you do for a living, your real name if you want, your age, how old are you, and how did you get close to Pokemon Go?
Okay, so I'm Snor3k. My real name is Pavel Stur. I don't have a job yet. I'm at a university. My major is computer science mixed with electronics. I got to Pokemon Go basically. When it started, when there was the hype, my dad showed me, oh, there's a game for the phone. Look at this. I played a bit and stuck to it.
And then after COVID, probably just you got close to PvP, like probably most of us.
Yeah, I think I started like 2 months before COVID on Sylph. It was, I don't remember the meta name. I think Rainbow was after.
Okay, yeah, it was one of the first metas in Sylph. I wasn't playing yet at the time, to be fair. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And did you play like grassroots formats a lot in the past? How was your journey?
Yeah, basically when COVID started, I was just sitting home and playing every day a few tournaments. Yeah, but it wasn't like trying to get really good. I liked to play it. I played, but there wasn't much strat behind it. The first moment when I really tried to get better, like stuff like learning moves, the counts, how to play was probably when Play Pokemon. But when I went to my first Play Pokemon event.
Yeah, and what memories of your very first Play Pokemon events are? Like you started in your home country, I'm saying.
Yeah, I started in Warsaw in 2022. Basically, it was after I took a break from the game. I wasn't playing since, I think, February, but yeah, I only played a Go Fest in between. Yeah, I saw there's a tournament in Warsaw, so why wouldn't I take a try to play it?
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah, both games I lost there. I threw them. I was mad at that. I think if I would put more practice into that, I would have made easily top 8 there. Yeah, one loss was because I stopped tapping because my op was at like 2 HP and I forgot there was someone in the back. So I wanted to make a comeback in Bochum later. Got to one game before day 2, so it went pretty good there.
Okay, and actually, I was looking through your past years, and I just my eyes were struck by the team you had registered last year for Worlds. I assume you actually didn't go, and so you just for the meme team. Yeah,
I wasn't there. I just entered it to have it on my track of the stage. I'm going towards just to play. Basically, till Friday, I thought I'm not going because I have an exam on the Thursday before Worlds, and on Friday they announced it that it's at 7:30 a.m. I can write the exam, go straight to the airport, take a flight with 2 changes, and be there at 11 p.m. I'm risking it. the airline said I would come there. If I'm not coming on time, then they will give me like a compensation. So I'm risking it. I want to be there.
Just playing just right in the morning after with the jet lag. It's probably just an experience to make in any case.
Yeah, that's why I'm expecting an O2. I just want to be there.
Yeah, and just having qualified for this kind of events is already a nice achievement, and probably you should just be proud of that in any case. Do you know if you are staying with someone else, maybe some other just Polish friends, or?
Right now I'm planning to stay alone, because if I arrive so late, coming to someone would screw up their sleep. I don't want to do that, so not even asking anyone. But probably going somewhere later with other people afterwards to Las Vegas.
Yeah. Or maybe, I mean, California is a lot of natural parks and very beautiful landscape. You can do a lot of hikes. There is Yosemite Park. There is the giant Sequoia National Park, and as long as you stay away from bears, that's a fantastic place to do some hiking.
Yeah. So with parks, I'm planning more for next year, because it's gonna be San Francisco. That's pretty near to Tahoe. I really want to go there.
Yeah. I'm going to Lake Tahoe after Worlds in August, and apparently it is lovely. I will see with my own eyes. I will tell you if it deserves all these nice reviews, and probably it does deserve it. But how do you feel about 2 Worlds in a row in the same country at very short distance one another?
Yeah, I've put a lot of swears in the moment I got to know about this last year. I really hoped for Japan or Europe.
Yeah.
Even if it's the US, I would have enjoyed it to be in 2 separate places. Now because it's 2 in the same state, the motivation is lower to go next year. But I will try anyway to qualify and to go. So.
Yeah, well, it's going to be easier next year, right? So 65 spots for Europe, without counting those 8 or 9 potential winners that will allow just more and more invites to get handed down to lower position.
Yeah, I think Jaden wrote about this, that if it would be in this year, it would be something around 400 points for Europe to qualify. So that's pretty easy looking on that. Last year, it was basically the same number, and regionals gave a lot less points back then.
Yeah, and now you can. I mean, back in the day, you could just max out on your locals, and you could just qualify straight locals.
Yeah, it was I think 10 points you needed to get from regionals.
Yeah, and now actually you have to go well in at least a couple of regionals. So maybe just one day 2 very, very deep, or 2 day 2 moderately deep, like top 16. If you do a couple of top 16, you can already sit back and relax. Maybe you can do a couple of locals, and you can play in your home country, and it should be way easier this year. Yeah. I have mixed feelings. I don't know if I really love this.
I think 260 from locals and 1 top 8 should be enough. That's it should be more. I think.
Maybe they're just experimenting a little bit, like what happens if we just give more points to lower positions, and then we just make a looser criteria to qualify at the end of the season. So they're probably just experimenting what's the best for the company, also in terms of revenue, because this is this aspect that's probably just paramount.
They want to get the most players to regionals.
Yeah, without just making a bad experience for everyone. Like in Honolulu, there were so many people, right? So yeah, that wasn't great.
Yeah, if they would set the bar too high, probably a lot of mid players, let's say, wouldn't go at all, because it would be clear to them, I need to get good first, and then I can qualify. With the bar being not that high up, if someone starts to play, he can get good enough to get the required points in the same season, basically.
Yeah.
So that's a motivation, I think.
Yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense. Like, if you try and qualify, you most likely are going to go to Worlds with this new format. If you don't qualify, it's probably because you didn't put enough effort. And maybe it kind of makes sense. I actually get this. So I'm not totally against this new modification, but we will see. We will see. Maybe, I mean, they haven't announced yet what the Worlds format is going to be. So maybe there is still hope for us to imagine it might be Swiss format.
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, no one thinks so, but everyone hopes so.
It requires too much phones. It would be one phone per player. I think they could make it they could get the phones in Europe and A, but in Latin they got new phones last season, so they will basically need to buy new phones again. This one just to make Swiss for them even.
Yeah.
I think their priority will probably be to make screens happen in Latin.
Well, but maybe for Worlds, maybe for this event, which is the most important one. Maybe they might do Swiss. We don't know yet.
Yeah, but also announcing it like so quick before. I think they would have announced it by now if it would be Swiss at Worlds.
Well, yeah, maybe you're right. We just have to hope and wait. It's never too late. It's never too late to hope for a more rewarding system. But yeah, we will see. So let's talk about your 2025 season, shall we? So actually, you started not so well with your first regional in Lille, but then you got immediately on track and you managed to put a lot of nice results very consistently until probably you were already qualified and satisfied with your results. And so maybe your last two regionals, you didn't play with the right focus. So what happened there?
I would say my last two regionals were the ones that I focused the most and trained the most for.
Okay.
I think I improved a lot between Stockholm and Bologna in my place. Looking at scrims, but yeah, before I think I took more risks, which awarded me. With training more, I've put more hope into these tournaments and played more safe. I think that was an error. Looking backward, in both tournaments, I got kicked out by a much slapper Galor Moltro's team. So that were pretty RPS matchups, and yeah, I wanted to play them safe. It's not the way you play this. I should have if Ops team was RPS, I should have went more RPS myself. So there, yeah, but it happens. We'll try to do better next season.
Yeah, I mean you had a very nice results in Stuttgart, which probably was the one that secured your qualification for this year in Worlds. Were you happy about Shadow Dragonite? Was Dragonite your MVP for the regional?
For sure. It cooked me a lot of games. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with this team. I think I could have done a better one, but it still was really solid. And yeah, if I lost games, that was most times my error, not team's fault.
Okay, so the Stuttgart team is probably the team you are the proudest of, right?
Yeah, although I didn't put that much time as I could in the entire season into my teams. I focused more on scrimming than team building. Looking backward, I think that was an error. Yeah, to get good results, you kind of need to start with a good team. You can't cook everything. Yeah, but anyway, I don't think I made much errors in team building this season. The Gdańsk one is a weird one. It was made a few hours before the tournament on the airport. Yeah, basically Slash from Belgium hit me up that he thinks Reggie is good. I thought, okay, I don't have a good team. I didn't practice too much. Let's give it a try. I added Driftle into it because it covered Reggie's weaknesses. Added the most safe ones in the meta, and somehow that worked.
Yeah. Also, Kaifie was using Reggie still on the regional.
Yeah, I think he was team building with Slash, and Slash told it to me later, and then I destroyed Kaifie.
Yeah.
Probably if he wouldn't propose that to me, I would just run Bowen's Lille team, which didn't work as well. Which didn't work that well in Gdańsk anymore.
Yeah, well, usually the regional after, so in the next regional, there are lots of players who just emulate the winner's team, and lots of players who build against the winner's team of the previous regional. So yeah, it's 50-50 on which side you want to fall within. And yeah, maybe, I mean, usually building against the previous regional's winner team is always a good choice, I think.
Yeah, in most cases I try to do this. Yeah, the most meta teams I play are when I don't have time to practice, so I just take someone's team, so I don't waste time on team buildings, so I can straight start with a good team and try to get good. But this season, the only time I stole a team was UIC, where it was the Taurian's team, and I changed Zapdos to Pidgeot because I thought flying doesn't have resistances. Let's try it. It was a bad one, I'm saying straight away. But again, I was building the team a day before. UIC was in the middle of my exams, so I didn't have. I just wanted to go like words. I went there, got day 2, so I'm happy about that.
And so then in UIC, you actually faced 3 Zapdos.
Yeah, it was the worst one against me. When I built this team, I said, please, no Zapdos, no Zapdos. The first game I play, Zapdos already. Then the second game I win, it wasn't Zapdos. Then I see it's Paulasha. I thought I saw her play Zapdos somewhere. I knew it's coming, and I wasn't sure, but I thought the most common team she can have with Zapdos is the Taurian's team. So I've put a thought into how to defeat this before the battle. Yeah, and I came up that I can abuse Shadow Annihilate and yeah, try to punch through. Like Azumarill, I can just farm a bit up, swap out to Azu and try to play around. With Zapdos lead, I can just double shield punch through. Zapdos wins at a really low HP, so then if Feraligatr was pretty free, so I managed to win that. I used the same strat against Marcus later, although it was a bit harder because of the Corsola he had in his team.
Yeah, but your Feraligatr was even better in that case.
Yeah.
And then you lost to Kaifia and to Colin.
Yeah, I threw that into Kaifia. I had a really bad lead in game 1, which was Annihilate on Corsola. I almost managed to win this. I stuck my almost entire Annihilate for a crunch from Dragon. Yeah, at the end, he was getting on CMP with me on Dracon with my Far Alligator, and he had Corsola in the back. I should have just thrown the move and won, because if he catches, I could have undercharged and fun down, but I didn't think about it in that moment. So I expected him to catch and didn't throw the move, and he won. Yeah.
Yeah, that's never easy. And yeah, sometimes you are doing something thinking it's just the best play, and yeah. So once you rewatch it, you tell yourself, oh crap, I should have just done that. And yeah, so I suppose this is also why practice is important. Just a couple of days, or maybe just a couple of weeks before the regional, just being completely in sync with your Pokemon, so that you just have a very clear idea of the damage ranges and what they are likely to bring against your team or something. I mean, all this kind of information. This is something that you really want to know, and if you don't practice, it's something that is just being left to the chance. And I want to know from you, what's the best moment, or maybe the best match, or the most spectacular match that you had this season, the one that maybe just left you totally tired after. You might have won, you might have lost, doesn't matter.
I don't think I had much spectacular plays. When I can't think of anything that was like spectacular. I catch the move, then I farm something down and won because of that. Most of my matches were just more strategical. Yeah, the most pro time probably for the UIC matches against Aptos, that I found a way to play around it. And just go triple week and win.
Yeah, so okay, so those were probably just the matches you are more happy about, like the ones where you could just work a way around this despite the bad team comp, and you managed to come up with some solid strategies to beat your opponents.
Yeah, maybe I could also think about. I don't remember against who it was, but I won a match in Stuttgart where my opponent got a double boost on Moltres. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was
yeah. And you faced like 5 Moltres.
Yeah, although my Dragonite had IVs to win this. Yeah, my team was pretty problematic against the Moltres, so yeah, I did the deep dive. Dragonite gets a bulk bind on the Sucker Punch on a Moltres. Normally, the Moltres can farm it down in once. Yeah, and with the bulk bind, I get to the second Dragon Claw, so that hurt a lot in these games. I played a 0-14-1 Dragonite, I think.
Well, yeah, that's you don't really need HP. Well, yeah, sometimes you kind of need the HPs, but I think Dragonite is a particular has a particular set of stats for which you actually, in order to have a very good ranked Dragonite for Great League, you need to have almost zero stamina IVs or something like this. Like, I seem to remember you have to have a lot of defense and very low attack and very low HPs to get a very good rank.
Yeah, but I went beyond that just to make sure the bulk point is there. And still the bulk point wasn't like guaranteed, because a lot of people play high attack Moltres. Yeah. I think I think I had it still against a 16, 15, 14, something like that. So it was pretty safe, but some people might run some random Moltres they got from the instance.
Yeah, my Moltres is also pretty random, but yeah. I got to use the only one I got. And yeah, they were the same for lots of other players. But yeah, in Stuttgart, there was the Moltres meta, basically. Almost everyone had it. And it was the first time there was a real answer to Feraligatr. You could just double shield and sucker punch down. It was the first time that we had something like this against Feraligatr, because in the previous regionals, yeah, Feraligatr was too strong, it was too good. And then and then Moltres got released, and so I guess well, actually Moltres was already a thing in Dortmund, but it was very rare, extremely rare. Almost no one had it. But yeah, with Stuttgart, we're already two months in, and a lot of players just had it already. Is there a player you would love to face again at Worlds, maybe just to get your revenge if you were unhappy with how the round with them went this season?
I don't think I want to face such a player at Worlds, at least not in the first rounds, because they are better than me. But I would like to finally win against Stone. I'm 0-3 against him. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I can do this. The games were really close when I lost to him. It was all 3 times this season also.
Yeah, and I suppose also maybe you don't want to face your Polish friends, just because it's always sad, right? When
no, I want to screw them up.
Okay.
I'm going there to be the best Polish player.
Okay, so you're actually looking forward to. Okay, so are you looking forward to just to beat some Polish guys?
Yeah, I can have my entire group Polish players. I can beat them.
Okay, so is it gonna be you, Nicknam, and Kokshak?
I don't know if Kokshak is going, but MW is going, I think.
Oh, and W also, yeah, sure. Okay, well, already four polls. That's just a good number. Yeah.
Yeah, it's increasing.
And so another question that I would like you to answer is so you were mentioning at the beginning of the chat of the interview that you think your playstyle has improved over this season. You learned to take fewer risks, to play a little bit safe. So would you elaborate a little bit more on that, maybe with some example of where or when it actually paid off, this new way of playing?
It didn't pay off because
okay.
I started to scrim a lot. Before after Stockholm. I wanted to do a good score in Ultra Heaven Bologna. Couldn't do it. But
okay.
I think I'm I played a lot of scrims. Got my mechanics better. I'm definitely I definitely know better what happens in the game, because before sometimes I played the matchup, I forgot something. Now everything is in my head. If someone made 3 fast moves in the beginning of the match, I will remember it at the end. Before I wasn't sure how much energy there was. I think I'm way more in control of my games now. Yeah, but couldn't do a good score with being, in my opinion, better yet. But I hope I can do it next season or at Worlds maybe.
Okay, so are you looking to compete maybe kind of full time next year? I mean, I'd say better. How many regionals would you like to attend to next year?
I think I'm gonna do almost all. The only ones I will do definitely all four, which are for this year, because I live in Germany, so both of these are for me free to go. I'm going definitely to Poland, and Lille is the hardest to get to, but it's the start of my semester in university, so it won't be much going around there, so I can just go. For Birmingham and UIC, I hope I can go Birmingham. UIC, like this year, it's again in my exam period, so I hope I don't have anything on Thursday and Friday. Then I'm going. March is Seville. I booked a hotel, but the costs to get there are quite expensive. I will see. I will see if I will go. I want to go because it's the easiest regional by far. The least people are there. After it's Utrecht and Turin, I think.
We don't know yet. There is still Stockholm hasn't been announced yet, and also the Italian regional is not certain yet.
There was a map with leaks, I think, from by Pokemon there. There with some dots. There wasn't a dot on Sweden, so there could be no regional this year. There was a dot really close to me, but I think it's misplaced. It's Frankfurt misplaced. If it's not, then maybe we get Prague, which is like 2 hours away from me. I would be happy with that. But I will try to go. If the time allows me, I will try to go to every regional again.
Well, so what's your objective for next year? Would you like to improve your average placement, or actually do you want to get a medal or to get a trophy maybe?
I think I told it to someone a week ago that my goal for the next season is to play a best of 5 and play Pokemon. So a top 3.
Top 3, yeah. That's and you got pretty close this year in Stuttgart. So maybe next year is a good one. And so let's have a chat about the NAIC. This is a series of recurrent questions that I always ask to my guests, because this is what's the most important right now. Looking forward to Worlds, and we won't be having any other tournaments to look at. So we need to just try and figure out where the meta is going to go by ourselves, by doing practices. But what were your impressions right after Axum won the NAIC?
Basically, about the meta, I don't know much. I only watched NAIC, didn't play much myself, but I think that stood out to me was that, with all the scissors around, Nilip could be a great pick for the World Championships. I think we will see a decrease in Bedana and an uprise in hard counters to it, because it's such a good mon when it bumps up. I think people will try to have a mon that can just soak it, so that you can swap something weak to it, even if it goes full mode, buffs itself up. You can still come in, I don't know, with Cloud's Ire, tank it down, and still be safe in the game. That's the things that stood the most out for me.
So Cloud's Ire or Ferrothorn. So this kind of Pokemon that are able just to resist all the moves from the Dene. So you can say swap Ultras, for example. Something like this. You don't have to worry about getting a lot of damage from the Dene. I mean, the Dene was is too centralizing for me. And yeah, we will see. Maybe the meta is just going to become a little bit more RPS, because our opponent also is very good. And yeah, Caesar, we saw in Japan, almost everyone had one, and it was very good, very strong.
Yeah.
Also, Credily has increased because yeah, it's a pseudo poison type to deal super effective damage to Dene. I don't know. Yeah, this meta doesn't really seem super healthy at the moment. If you're playing top meta, if you're playing basic meta, it's going to be pretty RPS. So you need to look for maybe some special code breaker that everyone is kind of disrespecting right now, and the one who finds the better one is probably gonna have a very, very deep run. Yeah. Any other consideration? Maybe a Pokemon you thought it would be very good and maybe just disappointed you so far?
Yeah, when the rankings came up, I thought Fortress will be the central one in the meta, not the Deno, but yeah, it was not a good hope. Like it's got a lot of hard counters existing, but yeah.
Yeah, Fortress is
I don't
also,
know. I don't know much about this meta, but it's. I can say the alt one seems better for me than this one.
Okay, and how's that?
Yeah, in the previous meta there was, I think, way more neutral play. Like especially in Bologna, you had the Shadow Malamar as the center one of everything going around. Yeah, the counters to it were like Tinkaton and Jumpluff, which was still fine. Yeah, I think we need that one non that is super good, can't be really harsh countered by anything in the meta, that shapes it. It makes it the least RPS.
Yeah. So maybe, yeah, to some extent, there are some Pokemon that, I mean, yeah, Shadow Caesar has only one real counter, which is just Fire type. Otherwise, it just has a pretty good matchup into everything else. But yeah, we will see more and more Fire types now.
It will lure out the Fire types.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then against those teams, it's RPS. Then people will try to counter the Fire types and Scissor. With more tournaments around, I think the meta would shape into something really neutral. But with only NIAC, it could become counter the NIAC thing and play RPS. I hope people will just scream a lot and the meta will become really balanced out of cameras, out of tournaments.
Yeah, so you actually think that if you give players the opportunity to play and play more, actually the meta gets smoothened out and just becomes more playable. Is this your idea?
Yeah, I think it is so. It's not so, always so, because some players will just look. That's the best monster in this meta. Take an RPS pick to cover all of them and play that way. But I think in terms of worlds where there are only really good players and everyone will be trying to win, I don't think there's much RPS coming. RPS teams.
Yeah, well, also because you don't really want to make a bad impression, just going RPS and just losing straight 0-2 just in front of everyone. Maybe you just want to play your cards the best you can and try and play your A game. And yeah, we will see. I'm expecting a lot of players to. I mean, in my opinion, I think many players are already cooking something very spicy that eventually they will bring to Worlds, but they are keeping these picks hidden for now. And yeah, but for sure, also let's hope that some streamers like will host some nice tournament, OGL tournament like Hedonus or anyone else that just gives us a better view of how the meta is shaping up, or potentially just having tournaments where only the players who get invited to Worlds can participate, so that in some sense can be like a pre-Worlds with the same players. That would be also nice. But also, yeah, maybe just the data from this tournament might be just altered because, yeah, lots of players don't really want to give their hand away like this early, this point of the summer. So, yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think yeah, a lot of tournaments could even it out, but yeah, I think a lot of tournaments would be healthy, but if there is like one or two, it could make the things even weirder. Because people will look at that, try to counter that. With a lot of tournaments, it should flatten out. But yeah, I expect people just to run normal teams at worst. At the regionals, okay, you have 10 in a year. You can risk take a spice pick, go RPS, and go to because of that. But I don't think anyone is doing that at the World Championships, or a few players.
Okay, so maybe, I mean, maybe the majority of the players, maybe the ones that believe they are among the favorite, they will try and play safer because they want to use the skill. Maybe some other players that feel they have a smaller chance at winning it all, they will try with some maybe RPS or more polarizing teams so that they can try and surprise opponents this way.
Yeah, I think if someone brings a weird mon, it's definitely well overthought. It's a core breaker, and yeah, a specific mon will just have a specific purpose, and the other 5 months will be played against most teams.
Yeah. So five meta and one surprise.
Yeah, 5 meta to have play into basically everything, and one standout that, yeah, for a core where the 5 have a problem. So you can have it, you can either bench it or play it, but it will be a good thing to have on the side if you need it.
Yeah, just to force some lines, because especially if many teams are going to be the same, you have to get some extra information. So you need to have more information that your opponent has. And and one way to do that is just forcing your opponents to or not to run certain lead back combinations, so that you actually are gaining some info from this, and you can take better decision in your line choosing moment. Yes. Yes. So what you were saying earlier was interesting. So it means that if you give player a very few occasions, the results can be unpredictable. And so in the short run, if players play just a few tournaments, it's going to be more RPS potentially. But in the end, the result is going to be asymptotically towards a point where the meta is more or less solved. And so you reach some sort of maybe stagnation point where everyone knows what's the kind of matchup, everyone knows how to play around them. So maybe a similar thing to how it was at the end of Utrecht. Maybe yes, why not? It was an interesting point, and no one knows what's gonna happen for sure. And all we can do is just scream a lot, scream and scream, so that we can just be as prepared as possible. Right? Is that Pokemon you don't feel you are brave enough to bring, but you are secretly hoping that someone brings because you believe it has a chance to stand out?
Right now, no, I don't think so. Yeah, for words, yeah. I didn't have, I didn't look it up much enough. I think there definitely has to be something that's really good and and people didn't play it yet. I really like the Green Ninja from Pato and ZZ at NIAC, but yeah, now it's given away, so people will be prepared for it. Yeah, I don't see anything right now, anything special.
Okay, yeah, maybe it's still too early, but yeah, there was a very favorable moment when some astral conjunctions that allowed Greninja users to have a relatively nice comp, because Araquanid, we only had 3 Araquanid in the whole NASC meta, and you can't deny that. Basically, that's the worst counter, alongside with Azumarill, of course, but at least against Azumarill,
Greninja does nothing from bubbles.
And you can just block the
you
timer.
You can farm up, play around.
But Araquanid, it just straight loss at the point. But still, I mean, so only 3 Araquanids, and there was a very nice one-time call that worked out perfectly for that particular regional, for that particular event. I don't know, because now we're gonna see more Dedenne, more Araquanid. The meta right now is pretty unpredictable, and we will see. Still too early. Maybe we will have to put some more practice reps in, and we will see. So what's your favorite Pokemon? Let's talk about something else now. More easy topics.
My favorite, I would say it's PG.
Okay.
It was the part of the early game of Pogo. You just were out every day catching PGs and evolving them.
Yeah, so just a very it was the only way to grind some XP.
Yeah.
And PvP wise instead?
PvP wise, I always loved the Greninja with how fast it is. I think I reached Legend with it like 4 times. If there is an occasion, I play it. You can get so much value out of it. With 14 energy, 3-2 to nice flashes. That's wild. And
that's pretty.
And with that spam, you're also getting the boost really often.
Yeah, well, if you are a passer, then you just boost yourself like 4 times in the match against Axon. That was pretty unusual to say the least, but also very fun to watch, very entertaining.
But Axon still won it. That was why.
And Axon was laughing because no one could believe it, and he couldn't believe it either. So actually that must have been super frustrating. Just you were so afraid to lose at the end because of all those boosts, and I mean, if you boost with the same frequency that Pato did with Greninja, yeah, so you definitely need to bring Greninja in Worlds. But I saw that you didn't. I mean, you never brought Greninja, not even once, in your season.
I brought it in a Lille last year, but
too early.
Yeah, it was like it got its community day move like a few months earlier. Yeah, I knew it's bad. I just wanted to play it once. It wasn't that big for last meta, definitely, and I knew that before entering the tournament. Okay, I just wanted to give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, you can give it a second try. If you are a Greninja lover and you believe you might have still play, so, yeah. Worlds in Anaheim is your best occasion to try and make it work.
Yeah. Last season, yeah, I was experimenting. Like, it was a set bar of points. I knew I was gonna reach it anyway, so played some dumb things. I had some good calls. I called the Magnus on a UIC last year, which got Paulasza to the third place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I went too spicy there. I took Poliwrath to it, Mantine to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember your team. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we played.
Yeah, we played twice. We played twice.
Yeah, I won in the winner bracket, and then you destroyed me in the loser.
Yeah. It was a very weird tournament for me, and I lost pretty early against you, and then I had to climb up until the very end, and eventually lost in my loser finals in my group, 2-1. So I was started believing that I could reach day 2 there, and I didn't, and I'm still a bit sad about that if you think about that experience, but also, I mean, it was a nice memory. Yeah, and the first time I got to play against you in person, so also nice memories for that reason also. Love to know a little bit more about your local scene. So now you live in Germany. How long have you been living in Germany?
Since October. Yeah, since I went to university.
Okay. So
yeah.
How is your local landscape there?
Yeah. I don't have. Yeah, in the nearest locals I have are in Berlin. That's like 2.5 hours away from here. Sometimes there are locals posted in Magdeburg. Yeah, but that's pretty far away. Yeah, I'm not doing much locals, but thankfully, yeah, I can. This year I will try to max them out even before regionals really start. I will try to have 260 points by the end of September, so I don't have to go to any more locals during my semester at the university. Yeah, this year I played 6 locals, 2 challenges, and 4 cups. Yeah, I won all of them, so at least I'm getting good scores there. Yeah.
100% win rate. Yeah. That's not too bad. Not too bad. And okay, so do you know any player from your locals that might become very good if only they started playing with a little bit more effort, a little bit more consistency?
I think a lot of people could get really good. They would play a lot and try. If there's a particular player that stood out to me, and I would say, oh, this guy could have it in him, I don't think so in my local team. I could say that's definitely about one player in Poland that, yeah, he plays a lot online, but he never went to a regional, even in Poland. That's Pujan Pelgurom. He plays in Gym Breakers. He does great scores also in in practice tournaments, he defeats really good players. If he would go to regionals, I think, yeah, he could make really good results there.
Okay, so let's hope that they are listening to you right now. I mean, not right now because the video is not live, but for when this video will get published, let's hope that he's gonna listen to you, and maybe he will attend a couple of regionals, at least the Polish one.
Where the entire team Poland tries to get him to go since last year Gdańsk, but he still told no for this year. We will try to convince him.
Maybe next year is a good one.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour train ride for him. He can definitely go there. He just doesn't want to.
I mean, I've seen definitely worse situations. That 3 hours by train is not this terrible.
Yeah, he can go there. We will try. Maybe he will come.
And okay. So now, looking forward to what's going to happen after Worlds. Okay, we are just in the middle of trying and understand this meta with the new rotation and move updates that just came less than 3 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, whatever. But so if you could change something about move sets, some buffs, some nerfs, just right after Worlds, or maybe just right now, what would you modify?
Yeah, I would definitely, like I said earlier, try to make one Pokemon stand out. That the meta can form out around it. Yes, such one that can't be really harsh countered with anything. So matches, yeah. So there's always play. That it's this pure skill. Yeah, for next season, didn't think about it. Would need to think more. Yeah.
Maybe
definitely what I think is good right now is that the meta is getting more squishy. I think the point at which we are now is in terms of how bulky mons are is perfect. I wouldn't change that. Yeah, probably could would enjoy like giving some weak mons like really OP moves that could make them playable, like more Pekko with Aura Wheel. It doesn't have to play Pokemon because of how RPS it is, but I think we could make a mon good by a move that would be healthy for your meta.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of examples where some glass cannons just come and go from the meta as soon as they receive the very, very nice moveset. And also in GBL, this happened. So yeah, definitely looking forward to see some other. I mean, with this update, actually, yeah, we already have a lot of squishy Pokemon with very interesting movesets, but they don't see much play in OGL right now. So, for example, Alolan Raichu with Surf is also very nice, but in OGL has no play right now. But in other formats, it's actually can be very strong. And
we have
this is just a small example. Yeah,
we have a lot of electric glass cannons, which are just walled by ground.
Yeah, let's see. But the Pokemon you were hoping for, you were describing a Pokemon that is good enough and safe enough so that people can't really wall it, but they have to play around it with skill. And I think that Pokemon would have been Tinkaton before they removed Brutal Swing. I think that Tinkaton with Brutal Swing would have been a very cool Pokemon, very good. Not totally walled by Mudslap, because you had a very nice bait move, so spammy and also pretty damage efficient. And you would have probably played Tinkaton with Brutal Swing and Heavy Slam, because you needed it for the mirror matchup. So lots of matchups would have been different, but yeah, at least Tinkaton with a lot of energy, with Brutal Swing, would have been able to flip Talonflame, for example, or would have been to have more play into Corviknight. So yeah, I believe that if they didn't take Brutal Swing off Tinkaton, it would have been a very safe Pokemon, around which the meta would have gotten a different shape, and yeah, probably also a better one. But yeah, this is just my thought. I don't know if you were hoping for Tinkaton to keep Brutal Swing before actually they removed it.
I was hoping for it to keep it. I don't know though if it would be that one. I think Closer would come out pretty quick for it. I really love the Feraligatr meta, for example. That was the mon that, yeah, that wasn't countered. Like at some point, Bibarel came, but it's still 2 Hydros were enough.
Yeah.
For Moltres, it still had play. Yeah, I think Feraligatr was great, the meta, with it being the center point. Yeah, but also, yeah, you can't play a Feraligatr meta all the time. They needed to change something. But yeah, if they change, I hope that every time that there's a new mon that the meta will be centered around.
Okay, so let's hope for a new Feraligatr. Maybe, yeah, another starter with a very nice coverage move, and yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And okay, so we actually have come to a wrap with the questions, but before we go, yeah, you have some space where you can tell the audience where they can find you if you do some coaching. If you want just to tell your social media or Discord account or any other social platform, yeah, this is your space.
Yeah, I would just say, yeah, you can message if you need any scrims. I'm always open. In September, you can hit me up all the day. I will just say yes to scrims. Yeah, like you have it on your screen, Snor3k on Discord. If you need practice, just hit me up.
Okay, as long as it's before October. So after October is exam time.
No. After I won't be available 24/7.
Okay.
But
okay. But still somewhat available. Yeah. So this is important.
Yeah. That's basically it.
Okay, cool. So, guys, you heard him. Just send a lot of messages to Snor3k before September ends. That will be the best period for you to get some practice in. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to do some practice as well with you before Worlds at this point, so that we both can benefit from some practice. And yeah, looking forward to see you in person in California in August. And thank you so much again for staying with me this evening. So enjoy the rest of your night, and yeah, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.